I spent all of my time on the move queen to c1. But after looking at it a little bit, I think that they were going to go queen to d5. These are equally as good, but the thing is, if they go to c1, there's more than one correct answer. And so for the puzzle to continue, they would need to play a move that creates a position where there's only one, or at least one clear best move. And that in this case here is going to be rook to b8. All right, so before we look at this, though, let's go back to that other one. What's the deal after this? Because I was stumped. I was stumped here, right? I was like, what do we do? And one of the things I noticed was that, which was accurate, was that both here and here seem to be equivalent. As it turns out, also the move queen to a4 works. So there's three different things that would work as a follow-up. So because I spent most of my time on this one, let's just go with this one here. Rook to b8 check, king comes over, and then now, once again, there's more than one answer. Here, rook to b4 or rook a to b7. But what does not work is the move rook to b2. Once again, I think what got me here is I was unwilling to reject this. I had enough information to go off of to reject it, but I was afraid to do so because I didn't really have many other ideas. But after right here, the position is level. If I follow up with this, now I'm losing, which I suspected, but again, didn't definitively clarify for myself, I guess. What am I going to do? Bring this over? Okay, they can just completely ignore it and develop. And then, like if I go like this, threatening mate, well, then they can just take. And now I'm down a ton of material and I'm losing this. Okay, so let's go back to the right way to do this. Well, here, after rook to b8, king comes over. The whole idea is to prevent bishop to c4, which I had seen was important. I just tried to prevent it on the wrong turn, essentially. The idea is to prevent this on move 4. I tried to prevent it on move 1. I was in the ballpark. But the best way to do it, the most convincing that I really like, is just going rook to b4. And this is interesting because we're really just taking our time here. We're saying, I'm going to double my rooks and then I'm going to go here. And when I have two rooks and then I do this threat, it's going to come out a lot stronger. So for example, let's say they play nothing. They just go right here. Now we go here, right? We're building this up. They still can't play this. We'll say they just do nothing again. They go, it's hard to make a nothing move here, but we'll go like this. Okay, so now, for one thing, I can go here takes. Here takes, here, rook to a4 check, and then here, we go b2, this comes back, and then mate. So we actually can afford to make two quiet moves back to back, essentially. And so this idea of playing this very quiet, slow move just, to me, was too ambiguous. I just thought this was sort of a cloudy idea, but really there's nothing that cloudy about it. I mean, we're saying, look, you can't go here, I'm going to go here, and then I've got threats all over the place. This same idea actually works if you go queen to a4 too. Exact same thing of just preventing right here, and then there just isn't really a way for them to prevent this attack. So that was the solution there. Going back to what I predict would have been the ending of the puzzle, I think they would have gone queen to d5, because again, when they go here, now there's only one good answer, whereas here there's three. And since it's like a 2900 puzzle, I'm pretty sure it would continue. So after right here, then the right move here is pretty obvious. What would it be? Check if you guys are listening or texting on your phone. Bit of an underhand pitch here. What's the move in this position? No, come on. Can only be one thing. Well, so queen b4 would be great if we can get to b2, but they come back like this to b3. See, I mean, I was onto something. I did notice that it was these two pieces defending the king. You can do that, but remember we gave up a piece earlier. So we actually have a slight advantage there. If we go for this, we do have a little bit of an advantage, but we're not winning. And then we can't go here because the queen guards here, so there's only one thing. It makes sense. Underhand pitch here, guys. Ándale, arriba, arriba. I'll wait. I'm a patient person. Come on, this is killing me. It can only be one thing. Come on. Rook b8. There we go. That's what I was waiting for. All right, so you go right here, check. And then after this, then king to a1. And then now there's only one winning move. For some reason, the noise is only coming through one earphone. You mean my like voice on here? I think I know how to fix that. Okay, how about now? Did that fix it? Hey. All right. So you go here, and then now a little bit less obvious, but still kind of obvious. Like, what do you think it is now? Cool. Good to hear. Good to hear. What's the move now? Come on. We're attacking the king. I mean, this is a lot more difficult than last time. If queen to a3, again, the issue here, what I figured out but didn't really fully develop my perspective on was that it is these two pieces that are involved in the defense of the king. And so the bishop can do so by coming this way, and the queen now can do so by coming this way. So if you go queen to a3, then the queen goes back to b3, defending this. Or wait, no, hold on. That was dumb. Hold on. It's actually bishop comes here. 3. Yeah, if you go here, bishop to c1. This is the only move. I was like, wait a second. Can we just take the queen there? Yeah. So if you go queen to a3, bishop comes back to c1 here. So you got to go here. Rook a to b7. And this whole idea, I mean, this whole thing is like kind of slow. You know, there's a few different like very slow moves here. And then after this, we do give them the chance now to bring up this bishop. So they go here, and then they seemingly get exactly what they want. You know, they're defending here, but now you go queen to a3, and it's way stronger. You go here, and now their best move is to go here to avoid mate. So I think this would be the end of the puzzle. I think the puzzle might end here, or it might go for one turn further. It might go to this. Because, of course, they cannot go... you can even allow this, which is kind of freaky. But if they go like this, then you just go mate in 1. So kind of carefully balancing, you know, bringing in your own pieces and then preventing them from defending in a specific way at like the right time. All right. Now I'm going to go into Puzzle Rush. Here we go. Back at it. Here we go. Yeah, my best was 47 before this. Nakamura did like 90 something on his stream. It was like a 6 or 7 hour stream. It's pretty crazy. All right. So then let's hit some music. Okay. We go like this. Did he really go through 100? Wow. Okay, let's change up this. So that would be puzzles. Here we go. Puzzle number 54. Difficulty level of probably about 2800. Well, another thing is actually there's someone who got 52 over several days. Yeah, I kind of want to try this again. Do it over several days. There's someone who got into the 50s on like the 5 or 3 minute puzzle rush, which is crazy. Seems like you have to just memorize certain puzzles and get lucky that you get those ones. Okay, change your mind on the music. Let's just focus here. Okay, so what do we have happening here? This is where I slow down a little bit, but it's early in the morning, feeling sharp. I'm gonna pull up my note sheet about how I like to solve these. Show you guys that as well. This one here. So here's my system for solving these. So I count material. I count material. Look at the targets, key defenders, castle. It's always your suggestion. I can't wait till we get a puzzle that's the answers to castle. Then you're gonna ace it. Key defenders, active moves, and then common tactical patterns. So let's do that here. Because it's a harder one, it's definitely worthwhile to go through these steps a little bit. Material, let's look at that. So pawn down 1, minor piece. Okay, we're down 1 point. And then, so we got to win at least 3. Okay, so piece targets the king, because we're, have a potential way to do a check right here. These guys are a target because we can attack it this way. This knight's a target. This one, maybe, but we'd have to deflect the rook. So kind of all of these here, all of these are potential targets. Kind of the pawn on f2, but we don't really count pawns. And so the rook seems to be really helping to defend a lot of those. And then let's see here. The king, is not super weak, but a move like rook to f2 would suffice for like deflecting this. So, I mean, if we can get the rook right here, and this one just wasn't here, how helpful would that be? I mean, we could do a check this way and then win 4 points. So I send it after a minute. Okay, so this is kind of a key defender of both this square and this square. Interestingly, it's like the only piece on the board that's not a target. So that's kind of a weird paradigm. And then active moves. And then, okay, so we have a bit of a skewer happening here. So we're looking for tactical patterns first, actually. A bit of a skewer. And then we have this fork. And we have like a discovered attack. I think that's all we got in the way of tactics here. All right, active moves. Bishop takes f2, rook takes f2, knight c3, queen takes, rook takes here. Okay, so those are plenty of options. We don't need to brainstorm anymore. That's 5 different, how many is that? 6 different options. What do we start with? Well, what's the move that kind of goes along with the patterns we observed a second ago? That'd be either here or bishop takes or rook takes. Don't look at me. Varun, what do you think? I'm going to pick one of these to look at. Rook takes, bishop takes, or knight here. Which one should we start with? It's a useful skill to be able to prioritize like the order of moves that you look at. This one's check, so that one's going to be the easiest to analyze. If we go here check, king comes over. We only won back 1 point, but now the bishop is safe, and then we could take here, right? So then we've gained 4 points. We gained 4 points there, and that's about all we really needed. Okay, so some patterns they have, though, some stuff to look at is like they could go here, which does a fork, and then if we take, then they go rook takes right here, and we have to go rook takes back. So we win 4, we win 3 for 7, and then we win this. So that'd be a total of 12 for 9. So that would be 3 points. That would actually be okay. It would be okay to lose our queen in that position. If right here, not even really going to look at king over. There's no way it's king over. King h1. And then is there anything else we can do besides here? Not really, right? There's no way. I mean, like this is attacking right here. The rook's not needed on the f file. When you go here, you gain 3 points. You threaten 3 more. That's got to be the move. So here takes king over. Rook takes c7. Threatening the knight. Bracing ourselves to the fact we might lose the queen in a second. Hold on, I gotta go a little further though, because here's the thing. So if here, rook takes. Okay, so then we just gained 4. We were at negative net. We're at -1 right now. So if we go here, then we're +3. Okay, wait, let me count that one more time. We're -1. Here it's 0. King over. Here we're +3. And then here takes, we're +6. Here we're -3. Here we're +2. But then they can also go here. Queen takes A4, so then we're -1 there. And we don't have any back rank anything. Yeah, so that wouldn't work. Okay, so we have to rule out rook takes C7 in that position. What we could do, though, is we could go here takes, king over, and then queen takes. Looks unnatural, because we're walking into the discovered attack. But we are going to be ahead by 3 points there. And if they do this check, we can now take with our queen. So here takes, king over, queen takes C7. And then, what are they supposed to do about that? Right? It's all pretty forcing. Should we look at king F1? I don't think so. I mean, yeah, the other thing is if king F1, we could also go back to like B6 and then take this way, and then we're definitely ready for this fork, because we can just take with the rook, and the bishop blocks the attack on the queen. So, what do we do there? Here, queen takes C7. We gain 4, so we're +3. Is there anything they can do there that would be really helpful? We have some pressure on the knight, so they can't even go rook to A2. I mean, I only get one shot, right? Because I'm already out 2. I think that might be it. So I guess in this scenario, the only reason that would not be it is if there's something better. I don't think there is, though. I don't think we can do better than 3 points here. Should I do it? Here takes, king over, queen takes. Which would be weird because that would make this just a 2-move puzzle. What do you think? Is that going to do it? All our pieces are pretty safe. This discovered attack doesn't really work. This could be it, boys. Wait, you know what I didn't look at? Rook takes. Derp. Okay, that would be important to consider, right? Yeah. Thank you, Gaming Tomcat. Much appreciated. Yeah, that's why we slow down and double check. All right, let's have some coffee. All right, wake up a little bit. Man, oh man, oh man. Okay, so here takes, rook takes. If we have a line against this, then we're square. We were -1 to begin with. We take right here. Now we're -3. And then we can't really take because then here happens. We could take it right away, but I'm looking at one move at a time. Here takes, rook takes, and then maybe now we attack the queen by going right here. Queen's attacked, so then it's gotta, I think it has to move somewhere. They can't really take this. They could actually. They could take right here, allowing us to go here. Okay, so then -5 plus 4. They go right here, check. We take here, then we're +9. They take here at 0. We take here, we're +3. Then they take our knight, it's 0. Then we go here and we're +3. Okay, that could work. That could work. What if they don't take the knight? What if they go knight? No, they can't go knight takes e6 because we're actually still guarding that square. And that aligns well with our previous analysis about the key tactical motives. I think that's going to do it. Here, here, whoops, here, here, knight c3. We're -3 right now. Queen's under attack. I'm not worried about this move. Where else could the queen go? Can the queen do anything helpful? This knight could also take our rook on a8 at some point. Like, what if they do that right away? Does that go anywhere? Because then they could also go maybe here to do a check and attack our king. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm having fun, but this is tough. Okay, so here takes, rook takes. My mistake yesterday was that I wasn't willing to reject and dismiss certain plans that I got attached to. So I got to go into this with the mindset that I'm going to be ready to reject this if I find a way for them to get out of it. And we got 6 moves to look at. There's a lot. I mean, it's probably going to be one of those first 3. It's probably going to be rook takes, bishop takes, or knight c3. But, you know, we're not out of ideas. There's definitely other things we could be doing here. So let's do it. So here, here, and then knight c3. And then the question is, do they have a way to pull ahead there? Can they pull ahead? We'll have to see.